Ninth part of when your ex boyfriend came back as a king and now is madly obsessed with you. Author point of view. You and Taehyung were staring at Jin, who was glaring while standing at the entrance. Yan, Oppa, realizing how much close you were to, you snatched yourself away from him. Jin stepped in and locked the door. You stepped down the bed. Yan, we were just using all your energy. You held him back when he was about to pound over Taehyung. Yan, Oppa, listen, I can explain. Jin, what are you doing here? He yelled at Taehyung, who was sitting with the calmest face. You managed to keep him at distance. Yan, please don't get angry. Jin, how Yan? You were panicking. Yan, he is my fellow and we, Taehyung, love each other. He confidently left the bed and stood tall. Jin growled. Jin, how dared you to come near my sister? I will kill you. He was again stopped by you. Jan, please don't. He is a really good guy. He beat Nick for me and loves me so much. Jin, but he is a mafia. In all people, why he? Jan, he is Taehyung. Jin, I know. Jan, Kim Taehyung, my first love. Jin confusedly looked at him. Jan, when he was not rich, Dad had problem. And now when he is a mafia, then you have problem. But I am not gonna listen anyone this time. Jin ran a hand through his hairs. Taehyung stepped near you and held your hand firmly. All your tension was absorbed by his warmth. Taehyung, even if you try, you cannot separate us this time. Jin stared at him, thoughts running wild in his head. Yan, can you not support us, Oppa? He was the only one who always stood with you, and you did not want to lose him. You lost Taehyung's touch when Jin pulled you to himself. Jin, what can you do for my sister? Taehyung, I can die for her, but then she will be very lonely. So I will just kill anyone who will come in our way. You passed him a glare, but that is how he talks now. Yan, he means Jin. Leave right now. You panicked more. Yan, don't take him wrong, Jin. I said leave Taehyung. He headed to Jin. You protectively stood between them and looked very small. Taehyung, we will meet soon, princess. With a teasing smirk, he leaned and your eyes widened while Jin pushed him away. Xian, Oppa, you sighed in relief when Taehyung jumped out of the window. Turning to you, Jin towered. He was very angry. Jin, this cannot be more complicated. Dad fixed your marriage with Nick, and here you keep the secret and warned him to not come here again. He left the room in tension, forgetting everything. You touched your cheek and smiled shyly. Yan, I like his this side. Giggling with tinted cheeks, you fell on the bed and waved your feet in the air. The girl was feeling no tension. A week passed. You and Taehyung were reconnecting every moment, ignoring all tensions. Nick was partially healed and was in your father's office. Nick, we will sign the deal on the day of engagement. Your father, don't you trust me, Paul? Nick, we should be careful, uncle. Jin, Jan is very young and her studies. Rose, don't worry, Nick. We will do as you say. Do preparations for the engagement. Jin had a worried face when they all agreed. Soon they left Jin. Dad, Jan is not ready for this. Your father, she will. Jin, don't force her. She likes someone else. Her happiness, Rose. What? Who? Your father. Are you trying to backstab us with your sister? He angrily stood and marched to Jin. Your father. I did not raise someone else's blood for this. Rose. It was better if you had died with your mother. The words perished in his eyes, making them teary. In a moment, they told him where he stands in his eyes. Your mother was left alone with a child when her husband was killed. Your father married her, but she died after giving birth to you. Jin, then you shouldn't have married my mom. Your father, that he accepted, as always. Jin, I am your stepson, but at least care for Jan. She is your biological daughter, Rose. Who knows? Your mother had. Yeah, Jin, you, I will. He grabbed her by her face. Your father, leave her and get out of my office. Jin left in helplessness. You placed homemade cookies on the table and then a cake. Aram, wow, anyone can tell that. Your brother is visiting. You were in Taehyung's mansion and invited over Jin to settle things between him and Taehyung. Jan, I wish everything goes well. Taehyung rolled his eyes. Aram, he is rolling his eyes. The jealous lover. You turned to him. Jan, Taehyung, be in manners. You warned him, and pulling you closer. Didn't spread on your cheeks, as Aram was also there. Taehyung, and if I don't? Jan, you should, Aram. Don't tease her. Having mercy on your trembling, he let you go. Jan, if you again show any rudeness, then I will leave you. Taehyung, Jan, he became serious, and you were back. Taehyung, don't say this again. Aram, Aish, they again started. Jin, Jan, pushing back Taehyung, you ran to him and hugged him. Jan, Oppa, Aram, welcome. They all sat down. Taehyung had his eyes on you while you were pasted to Jin with all your attention. Jan, thanks for coming, Oppa. Jin, Aram, was this all planned from the start? You invested in our business, and your brother trapped my sister. Jan, Oppa, you separated. Aram, actually we. Taehyung, yes, it was all planned. You and Aram both glared at him. That he ignored. Jin, I don't believe you enough for my sister. Jan, I told you we love each other. Please accept us and try these cookies. I made them. He sighed. Few minutes passed in peace. Aram, did you talk with your father about Nick? All ears were for him. Jin, Jan, I promise I will handle it. But for now, you have to do the engagement. Jan, what? No, Oppa. You freaked out. And Taehyung was restless, trying to not burst out. Aram, if you say, then I can talk with your father. Jin, we don't have any other option. Jan, Varta, I asked you this one thing, and you? Why are you so useless? It would be better if I don't have a brother. You were angry and hurt, and didn't realize how much pain your words caused him. Aram, Jan, he said softly, but you walked out with teary eyes. Jin was sitting speechless. Taehyung had also noticed his face that failed to hide the pain. Aram, she is very worried, that's why. He nodded at Taehyung and he followed you. Taehyung barged in the room where you were mumbling in anger. Taehyung, what was that behavior? You marched to him. Yan, don't you teach me now. Taehyung, you said very wrong words. Shan, you looked guilty. Yan, why he doesn't understand. Taehyung, that is not even an excuse for talking like that. Jan, I will not wear ring by Nick and this is final. Taehyung, then you could have said that with less venom. Your heart was now blaming you. Shan, I will talk with him. Aram, he left. Stepping inside, he told, you bit your bottom lip. Shan, was he angry? Aram, no, but he was hurt. Taehyung, you should apologize, Yan. Aram, you too. They nodded. Yan, Oppa, Taehyung also wanted to come, but you didn't agree and came to home. Moving forward, your brows furrowed when you saw tie and shirt scattered on the floor. hairpin and heels too. Jan, what the? Your father. I regret that day I decided to marry your mother. You heard your father's angry voice and walked more. Suddenly, cold shivers ran up to your spine. Jan, Dad, you gasped when you saw the view in front of you. Rose was standing behind your father, her hair disheveled, and your father was boiling in anger, had pointed it towards the Jinn, who was on his knees. Jan, no. To be continued. I want you all to throw wild guesses at what happened just now. Thanks for watching and love you all.